Hello, welcome. It's LaShonda Henry here, aka Sister Sense, and today, as part of the Digital Business Blueprint series, I am going to walk you through the AI Money Model Mastermind. This is a step-by-step guide on how to turn what you teach into tools that your clients will happily pay for. So, whether you're watching me live or on the replay side, I am super excited to have you inside the Sister Sense Circle. Working on AI mastery is something that I've really been intentionally working on for myself within my business and also focusing on with clients over the past year. So what I wanted to do today is help you get clear about what exactly I define the AI money model as, especially if you're trying to figure out how you can work on growing your business and integrating AI profits into your revenue model, okay? So if you're looking to figure out how can I make money with AI, we are going to lean into that today. Now, the thing about AI is there are just so many platforms and so many conversations right now. It can be really overwhelming to figure out where to start. And so my focus has been to help you get laser focused on specific AI monetization strategies, ways to make money with AI that are not going to overwhelm you. Okay, so that's a big part of the agenda, number one. Number two, we're going to lean into really getting a good understanding of what's been going on in the digital marketing space as far as why traditional digital products are they're not working for people the way they used to, right? They still work, but baby, you got to put a little bit of elbow grease in it because things have changed, right? So understanding that digital products are not dying, they're evolving, learning how to evolve to something that I want to talk about with you so that essentially you're leaning into the shift from understanding how you can just go from simply teaching and creating information products to tool-based teaching, creating digital products in the form of tools that your audience can actually use. So we're going to dive into 10 profit-ready tool types that you can literally start building right now, and then also talk about different tiny tool offer ideas that you can turn into income. And literally, I am going to take a couple of minutes and build out a tiny tool with you today, okay? So I do have quite a few resources to share with you, and you can scan the QR code that you see on the screen so that it can take you over to my Tiny Tools page so that you can learn about the different kits and resources that I have there that I want to share with you, okay? Now, you don't have to necessarily go there right now because we're going to jump right into our session for today, but you can screenshot that slide and then come back to it, okay? Now, let's keep on keeping on with our agenda, starting with the Get Unstuck Challenge. A lot of entrepreneurs are feeling stuck right now. Like I said, the digital economy has changed. AI has literally changed the game in so many ways. But even before the AI digital gold rush, right, that we're in, things were just in the last couple of years, I would say the last 5-6 years, things were changing, right? And you may find yourself as an entrepreneur in a place where either you're feeling stuck because you've got too many ideas and not enough finished products, right? And that was something that I wanted to be able to work on with clients, right? One of my big visions when I teach as part of Sister Sense is to help entrepreneurs finish their digital offers from start to finish, right? A lot of people have so many open-ended projects. And when you create this new generation of digital products that are AI powered, they allow you to complete these things from start to finish in minutes versus having a ton of open-ended ideas and digital offers that you have been sitting on incomplete for months, all right? And that's a big challenge for a lot of people. So we want to make sure that you are in a place where you can get unstuck so that your success can stick, right? When you think about the challenges that entrepreneurs are facing right now, specifically you, right, if you're feeling challenged too, one of the many common things that are happening are traditional digital products like courses and traditional PDF digital content aren't converting the way they used to, specifically when it comes to people who have small reach or organic reach. Now, people who are pumping out ads and putting in thousands of dollars into reaching people using the same traditional digital products can find they are getting better results, but it is harder now than it was before because a lot of strategies that worked before aren't quite working the same anymore, right? So you've got to get creative and innovative as far as being on the cusp of technology when it comes to AI so that you are, I wouldn't say you're replacing the things that you've put together as far as digital products that you've already built, but you're enhancing them. Because, like I said, digital products aren't going anywhere. We just have to get better at building better, which is where we are right now, where I want you to be, okay? So learning how to strategically create offers that your clients want, because honestly, they're looking for solutions that they can use right now, that they can interact and engage with. They're not just simply looking for information they can consume, right? And so we're going to be continuing to work on, because I've been doing this for several months with you all, learning how you have to get better at turning the things you teach into products that you can scale, right? You're teaching, but you're not productizing your expertise. What does that mean? Let's say that you are a chef, right? And you teach people how to cook like you. So you go to events in person and you create live trainings virtually, so in-person live trainings, and you're showing people how to cook like you, right? How do you scale that? How do you productize that? Well, you remove yourself from the equation where you are taking your unique cooking methodology, your systems, your frameworks, and you're putting it into something where somebody can purchase it, and independent of you being in there, they have your product to cook exactly like you, right? Now, there are many ways in which you can do that, but if I follow this particular example of food, like you being a specialty chef, you could simply, again, create your systems and your frameworks of how you cook and what you cook, package it so people can buy it and cook exactly like you, and or take it a step further and build a cooking kit where you're putting things in it, like could be the actual ingredients they need, or could be your special signature sauces, could be your special equipment. Maybe you have special utensils that you use, or pots and pans that you use, and you're productizing because you're like, listen, if you want it to taste exactly how I taste without me having to sit and show you how to do it, get my ... fill in the blank. So understanding that you don't always have to be, and I watched people for years wheels up spending so much money because they make money speaking, right? Then COVID happened and folks couldn't go out and speak the way they used to, right? Or being in situations where virtually they make money teaching. So if they're live, they make money. If they're not live, they're not making money, right? You need to be able to create products that, whether they are physical or digital, they sell and scale and make money for you without you having to directly be a huge integral part of the selling process, right? So they don't need direct access for you to be able to generate revenue. Does that make sense? Working on teaching people how to productize as I am taking my offers to the next level is something that I'm super, super excited about, and just kind of being that person to whisper in your ear these things that help you get unstuck and really get clear about mastering AI and generating AI profits is what I am excited about doing, right? So this is so important because if AI feels confusing or it feels overly technical for you to start, my passion project is, again, giving you some solutions that are laser focused, that are simplified, so that you don't feel like you're like, oh my gosh, there are just so many things for me to do when it comes to AI revenue. I'm going to really and truly narrow this thing down for you today, okay? So we don't want you to be in a place where you feel like you have no clear path from ideas to income. I want to give you a very clear, focused direction. So with that being said, we're going to talk about the shift. My big shift here is going from just simply teaching it to tooling it, aka turning what you teach into tools, okay? So let's talk about it. So like I said, it's time to stop only teaching and start packaging your solutions so that you can turn your expertise into these new interactive digital tools, okay? AKA, I call them tiny tools because they're faster for you to build and sell. Literally, I'm going to create one on the fly for you today, okay? Hopefully, you've had an opportunity to work on these kind of projects with me. We're going to get clear about your first or your next tiny tool offer today. And again, really understanding where you need to start positioning yourself in the AI profit space as far as integrating AI profits into your business model, okay? So AI makes creation easier, and you're going to see that when I build my tiny tool today, so that essentially you can have something you can not only complete faster, but you can build it once and then sell it repeatedly, right? Which is exactly what you want when it comes to scaling gradually, especially those of you who, like myself, market organically, right? So this is something that you can literally start today, this week, okay? Now, let's break down the AI money model in a nutshell. In order for you to focus on this shift from selling information to selling AI custom apps and tools, the idea here is that you start off with something that is tiny. That's going to be an entry point offer, and then you can build signature bigger offers from there, okay? And for me, the simplicity is you're not trying to do all the things. Find something that you are really focused on, one idea that you want to turn into income, and then use that idea to build out multiple paid offers for your audience, right? Just one core topic that you're going to lean into. Now, I want you to think about that. It could be that you already have something that you are, your passion project, that you're like, I'm focused on helping people fill in the blank. And that core one concept, that one idea, you're going to lean into creating resources, tools around that thing, okay? Now, what I've been doing is working on creating prompts that you can put into ChatGPT and Canva AI so that you can build out your own tools, starting with the tiny to starter to signature, so that you have one idea, multiple tools that turn into predictable cash flow. Let's talk about it. I'm going to give you a list of profit-ready tool ideas in a second, right? But before I get there, let's just break down the pathway to profit. You could start off with something simple, like a $10 offer. It could be a quiz, a planner, a challenge, for example, right? And then you're using this simple offer to get people into your ecosystem, get them into your business universe. And you're then building from the tiny offer to starter offers, right? Adding these on as order bumps, adding them on as bundles, ranging in the $27 to $100 space. Courses, workbooks, bundles, templates, and you're starting to gradually take them through a value ladder of higher priced offers that you've put together. And again, we're not replacing your current traditional digital products. We're doing the following. We are enhancing them and we're adding to them so that you're creating bigger and better, more engaging experiences for your audience, okay? So the next level up is when you have these signature full system offers, toolkits that range from several hundred to even $1,000 plus. I call those the Titan offers. And you're able to create balance in your business by having low ticket, mid-tier, and high premium price point offers. This is, to me, the best pathway to profit, building with balance. So that once you've clearly put these offers together, again, one idea, one thing that you're trying to help people around, and then creating these multiple offers around this one thing, then you're going to then build out systems with the help of automation so that with emails, funnels, and essentially you strategically using AI, you can create recurring sales, right? Because productization, systemization is going to be it's going to be like your superpower because you want to create essentially a space where you don't always have to be on. You don't have to always be visible. You don't always have to do videos. You don't always have to be on social media. You don't always have to speak. You don't always have to travel. You don't always have to vend to generate consistent revenue. You want to be able to, once you've created these digital products, these tiny tools, have them work for you when you're not working, right? Through systems and automation. So the idea, again, with this AI money model is working on building a strategic pathway to profit by turning one idea into something that scales at each of these levels. Build it once, sell it repeatedly. Okay? Say it with me. Build it once, sell it repeatedly. Okay? So that's me just first giving you kind of a high-level overview of when I say the AI money model, what that looks like, right? There are so many ways. If you've been like even a little bit looking at people talking about how they are making money using AI, how you can make money using AI, it's just all over the place. There's so many options. And for me, I'm laser focused on strategically helping people, helping you generate AI profits through the development of turning what you teach into tools. That specific monetization model is what I'm focused on, okay? Now, when we lean into the idea of this pathway to profit, right, we're really looking at what I call the 10-10 win method. Why do I talk about the 10-10 win? First, let me break it down and then tell you the why, okay? And if you've been working with me, this is something that I've been saying consistently because I really want you to get into the habit of integrating this model, especially those of you who market organically, right? 10 sales at each income level. You have a $10 offer, 10 sales at a time. You scale gradually. Then you have that $100 offer, 10 sales at a time. Scale gradually. The 1K offer, 10 sales at a time. Scale gradually. The 10K offer, 10 sales at a time. Scale gradually. What does that mean? You make a $10 offer, every 10 sales, you made $100. You make a $100 offer, every 10 sales, you made $1,000. You make a $1,000 offer, every 10 sales, you make $10,000 offer, $10,000. You make a 10K offer, every 10 sales, you make $100,000, right? If you get into a place where you're scaling gradually, you can see how small tools can stack into actual systems where you're bringing in 4, 5, and 6 figures, 10 sales at a time, right? Think about number one. If you have a 1K offer and 10 people buy that within the next 30 days, that's 10K. Think about if you have a solid $100 offer and you create a funnel where every day you sell just 10 of that $100 offer, that means that you're making $1,000 a day. You're making $30,000 every 30 days. That's the mindset that I want you to be in. One of the things that I am super excited about is the launch of my 7-figure cohort. As I've been leaning into AI mastery for myself and integrating it into how I teach and support clients, I've really gotten better at AI on so many levels, and it's helped me to create my 7-figure business plan. And so as I work on 7 figures in 12 months, my super excited cohort that I'm working on is with the ladies in my circle who are working with me privately. Every month we'll be inside the 7-figure sales cohort talking about the kind of things that I'm just kind of scratching the surface with you now. Because if you understand the power of having even one solid $100 offer that sells just 10 sales a day for you systematically every single day, that is $30K in 30 days. And for some people, that's hard to imagine. Like, how do I get to, $10,000 a month, let alone $30,000 a month? You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be hard if you have the right formulas in place. Of course, one of the things that I love to teach you all is the FAST method. My FAST method, FAST, formulas, automation, systems, and templates. So giving you the foundation, the structure for you to be able to not just create these new types of digital products using AI, but for you to really get clear about how what you're putting out there is going to put profit into your bank account, right? Using this pathway to profit that I'm sharing with you. Hopefully that makes sense. Now, those of you who are live, feel free to pause me at any time if you have questions and or you have an aha moment. And, of course, those of you on the replay side, same thing goes for you, too. You can always email me, post in our Firestarter Circle Facebook group, send me a voice message, parachute, train, plane, whatever you need to do to flag me down, check in, I got you, okay? So it's so important when we talk about the AI money model for you to not feel like you're in a conversation where somebody is throwing or trying to stuff like 10, 50, 30 different AI platforms down your throat. Like, I'm not here to do that, okay? I'm not here to be like, use this AI tool for this, use this AI tool for this, use this AI tool. There's just too many of it's too much. It's too much. I'm here to say, use AI to create your own tools, strategically sell those tools to enhance your existing digital business, and use the 10-10-win method to strategically focus on 10 sales at a time that are going to help you reach your 4, 5, 6-figure, 7-figure plus goals, depending upon where you are versus realistically where you want to be in your business, okay? Sell simple first, then scale upward. Focus on flow, not simple viral launches, because everybody wants to go viral, and they don't even know what to do when viral comes through. Like, wait, what happened, right? So my goal is sharing with you a repeatable process that's going to help you with your wins and strategically stacking your revenue 10 sales at a time. Hopefully that makes sense. So there are 10 types of tiny tools that I've identified. Why? Because when it comes to using AI to create your own software, your own apps and tools, you ever hear people say when you give somebody too much freedom, there's too much, it's like you got too much rope to hang yourself? Like, seriously, when it's just like too many ideas, you get lost in the sauce, right? Too much freedom, too much going on. I'm trying to give you focus by getting you laser focused on just, I would say, like a streamlined list of what you can focus on and what you can produce. So I call this my profit-ready tiny tools list, right? These are 10 types of 10-minute tiny tools, because literally when you put these into AI, like you could use Canva AI. For example, there are a couple of platforms I like, but Canva AI, why? Because pretty much most of us have Canva. You can literally create your first version of your tool in about 10 minutes. So assessments and quizzes, where people are able to go through a series of questions and gain clarity. Interactive books where you can teach with clickable, interactive guided learnings, checklists, timers, um, prompts, little activities that you can integrate into your book, right? And then also on top of that, best of all, have AI write the book for you. Chef's kiss, right? Calculators, clarifying numbers for pricing, revenue, return on investment. There are lots of different calculators, right? That you can, and it's not just like finance, money, profit calculators. You got to think about, we use numbers for everything, right? Your rent, calorie counters, calculators if you want, when I'm like trying to print out my books on Amazon or Lulu, like, the cost per page, when it comes to books. There's just so many different types of calculators that you can produce unique to your business. If you're somebody who has Google Sheets or Excel sheets, all of those can turn into calculators for your audience. Challenges that are habit builders, where you're helping people, usually somewhere between 5 to 30 days of guided action at the very least, but of course challenges can range. Forms, where you can collect information from your customers and clients. You can onboard them. You can organize submissions if you want to get people to submit certain things to you. These are some things that you can consider working on as far as creating tools. And the thing about it is, it doesn't have to take you forever to create these tools. You can use, I've created a tiny tool builder. You can use the builder, and I'm going to show you how quickly you can use the builder to then create a tool from that, okay? So let's keep going. Games, one of my absolute favorites. Fun, engaging activities, word searches, trivia, just to name a few. Generators, where you can give people a list of ideas, affirmations, like just generating a set of information that you can offer to your audience. And don't worry, as I go through these ideas, I will show you examples, okay? My first goal, though, is that in sharing this list of 10 types of tools, which are inside of the Tiny Tool Starter Guide. I don't know if you have the starter kit or this Tiny Tool Build Kit, but I break these down all the way down. My goal here, though, is just kind of giving you an understanding of the AI model when it comes to building specifically tiny tools using AI, and which kind of tools might be of interest to you to create, whether you have started to do this process with me or not. Because some of you have built, you can let me know yes or no if you've built any tiny tools with me in the last couple of months, or if after the fact you built with me and you're still building. Lists, checklists, directories, curated resources, planners and calendars that help people map out their content, their goals, their routines, etc. Trackers that help people measure their habits, their progress, their sales, their health, their goals, etc. So those are 10 types of profit-ready tools. I say they're profit-ready because these are things that people want, right? They want entertainment, they want edutainment, they want things that are engaging, that are interactive, that are going to help them go from where they are to where they want to be. Okay, so these are the 10 types. Now, what I'm going to do is share a few examples with you from some of the lovely ladies in the circle. I had an in-person event here like literally 3-4 weeks ago. It was a 3-day Tiny to Titan Build-a-thon here in North Carolina, and some awesome ladies came out. We did some fun projects. I'm going to share a couple of those with you. Number one. And then number two, I do have a build-a-thon coming up this weekend, virtually, a 2-day build-a-thon coming up this weekend. You can hang with me live and or on the replay side. And then I have the next in-person here in North Carolina coming up, MLK weekend in January. So there's definitely another in-person on the books if you want to come out and hang out with this circle. In person or virtually. Now, let's show the visuals because this is the good goods here. Lavon created the Wary to Well quiz, okay? She recently, well, should I say recently? I would say a couple of weeks ago. It's been a couple of weeks since she said, LaShonda, I officially completed my book. I want to work on the launch. And when we started talking about launch strategies, I said, hey, let's do a quiz. So we worked on the Worry to Well quiz, which you see here. When she shared it with her audience, within the first hour, she got 3 pre-order sales just from the quiz, right? And she then got more sales from that point. So we're working on, I think the last call we did last week was working on her pre-orders and putting together the packages for the ladies who purchased her book bundle. So, and that's exciting, right? Use creating a quiz that either you can use to get people interested in your offers, so like a free lead magnet quiz, or creating a paid quiz where you're offering people some sort of assessment. These are just a few things you can do, right? So when we take a look at her quiz here, I'm just going to click the button, and I'm not going to read everything. I'm literally just going to randomly click through this, only because I just kind of want to show you the end result. But we took some time to sit down and talk about, what her book was about, what her framework going from weary to well, which is a self-care process that she has put together, what that looks like, and then we built a quiz to match that. So once someone is done with the quiz, they get their weary snapshot, which really just kind of says, you are on a self-care journey. How weary do you feel? How heavy do you feel on a day-by-day basis? And what are some things that you can do to create a well plan that can work for you? So you see the moderate weary to assessment, a mini well plan, and then start the journey takes them to purchase her actual book bundle. Okay? So this is an example of an assessment quiz. All of these, by the way, were built in Canva. And so you can see here it even says canva.site at the top right here. So, and you can buy your own domain. It doesn't necessarily have to say Canva in the URL. If this is the, she's using the free version, but I think last week she paid for a domain so that she doesn't have to use the free version anymore. But quizzes, assessments, one example, number one. Number two, Cynthia, one of the lovely ladies in the circle, has really been leaning into a juicing detox series for her circle, and she is currently doing the second cycle of her juicing program. So when she came out to my three-day in-person build-a-thon, she worked on several tiny tools. One of them was her Nourish Well meal planner, so that she could share, number one, a 4-week meal planner and give people basically breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, all of it. Then also a shopping list that they could utilize as well. And right now we're working on adding even more to this, creating a printable version. So pretty awesome. And again, these were all built in Canva using AI, right? And you find that back in the day, you had to type all of this out. You had to have somebody build the website for you. It's like, listen, baby, building in minutes what normally would take you months, that is the kind of AI advantage that I really want you to lean into and make work for you. Another example is Elizabeth. Elizabeth worked on several tools. This one example is the Life Reset for the Well Woman. And she wanted to create a series of wellness prompts to help people, busy career women, with their energy and how to reset on a day-by-day basis. So she has different categories: mind energy, body energy, spirit energy, right? And then you can see the different prompts that she has put together. And so she just put this together in a really interesting way, and be able to share with people your prompts, being able to share with them guided journeys, being able to share with them different types of tools, different offers, to me is ideal. And I want you to be able to think about how, yes, you can create new things, new ideas from scratch, but then you can also just lean into what you've already created and then create tool versions of the things you've already created. So if you have PDFs, ebooks, worksheets, Google Sheets, Excel sheets, if you have webinars, courses, audios, creating tools that complement the content you already have to enhance them, I want you to think like that. So you're looking at these examples. Yes, you could build things new, scratch, lean into things that you've never done before, but you could also lean into the idea of enhancing the things that you already have. And when I talk about that, I often say build on what you've already built. Okay? So one of the things that we've been having fun with is games. And there are different types of games that you can produce. A word search is a fun one. And this is the Speak Life word search that Levon created. Let me see. My eyes are never that great, but let me see if I can find any of these words. Oh, I see growth. So let me highlight growth. I was able to find that one. I'm not going to sit here and have you watch me go through this whole thing. But, if you wanted to create your own word search, right, this is another fun way of either creating a bonus or creating something that's a paid offer that's habit forming. Like, let's say, for example, you wanted to create an educational word search for kids, or you wanted to create, in her case, an empowerment word search for, women working on their self-care. And she has different ones here. Speak life to your relationships, to your body, to your dreams. And these just complement what she has. So one of the things I talk about when it comes to creating tools is 5 Bs. And one of those Bs is bonuses. So you could create something like this as a bonus. Another B is a bundle. So you could create something like this and add it to a bundle of offers that you already have. You do have options as far as when you put these together, how you pull them together to make really irresistible offers. Now, I'm going to jump back to the Elizabeth example real quick because I was super excited to work with Elizabeth on this particular project. She said to me, LaShonda, I have a speaking engagement coming up, and I want to be able to create a lead magnet when I'm at the event so people can sign up to my list. How many times do you speak at other people's events and you want to be able to use that as a list building opportunity, right? So we turned this into a lead magnet, number 1. Then we created a funnel to go with it, number 2. Remember I said you want to work on creating these offers and then also creating systems and autopilot so they work together. So after all was said and done, she sent me a voice message and said, oh my gosh, LaShonda, the ladies loved it. They signed up for it. It was really great. I want to take what I taught in the actual in-person speaking event. I want to record it as a digital product. And I was like, great. You're going to do the digital product, add the tool, and we're going to build it into like a mini bundle. So, sorry, I think I have the hiccups or something. And so this is a perfect example of turning what you teach into tools, like literally creating a training, speaking it at an in-person event, creating a tool to complement the speaking session, and then turning that speaking session into a digital product. So then it's productized, right? It's productized. She doesn't have to go and travel and speak it. People can purchase it, watch it whenever they want. She can sell it at scale, and it includes the tool. Here's one of my favorites. my Tiny Tool app ideas. This is an idea directory, and it has 250 different types of tools across 25 niches. And man, I lovingly put this together, and I built it in Canva. Um, and so it's sky's the limit, right? This includes number one, different types of tools like you see here, assessments, books, calculators, challenges, all the different 10 types that I shared with you. I created a tool so that I could teach it, but then I could also say, hey, go to my Tiny Tool app ideas. You want ideas of tools? Check them out, right? So, and then it shows you the tools that you recently viewed. It even shows you, let's go back to ideas. Let's say you like, oh, I like this one. Oh, I like this one. It will show you the ones that you favorited as well. So business readiness quiz, right? This is a business readiness quiz. The purpose of this quiz is to assess if someone is ready to start their own business. Now, the free version gives you 5 different niches, but the full version gives you all 25. Let's go to health and nutrition. So let's say you do a meal prep guide, like Cynthia's meal prep, right? Master weekly meal prep. The outcome is a meal prep system with a shopping list, right? And Cynthia's is a great example of that, right? So this gives 250 ideas across 25 niches, and I used AI to build this in Canva, okay? And it's an example of a moderate tool, a moderately, because it's got a lot in here. It's beefy. It's got 250, a moderate tiny tool that you could build, right? And so when I talked about Cynthia's meal plan, this would be an example of that. And so when I go back to mine, like I said, there's so many different cool features you can add when you create your tools. I wanted mine to have the ability to, like make note of the ones that you recently viewed, so you could literally jump right back to them, or make note of ones that you liked and favorited and then see all of them. I wanted people to be able to understand the different types. So outside of me teaching a class or even creating a traditional ebook or printable, they could read it in this app. They can see the different types. I wanted them to be able to click on different examples and learn about how they could build their own tiny tools with me. Oh, look at the confetti. I love it. I love it. Fun little things like that, like confetti, timers, checklists that you can add into your content. Just makes it all the more engaging. So a few more examples to share with you before we actually build. I'm going to do a quick build with you. Here is an ebook that I had called 7 Ways to Making Money Online, or 7 Ways to Making Money Selling Digital Products. And I decided that I wanted to make it into a web app. And so I just took that content and had Canva AI help me build a web version of it, right? This is great for 2 reasons. Number one, having something different outside of a traditional ebook PDF. Number 2, if you find that it takes you a very long time to customize ebook PDFs or finish them, literally you can have AI write everything, the whole book, put it together, and then you edit it to see if you want to make it, if you want to, make any edits to it. And then last example I'll show you is this one here, Passive Income Projects, where literally I recorded several audios and then I put them into a private podcast. This weekend, the Build-a-thon, I'm going to be talking about different types of tiny tools you can create. And you'll build at least one tiny tool with me this weekend, those of you in the Build-a-thon. But audio offers is one of my absolute favorites because you don't have to do video. You don't have to get in front of the camera. You can record your audio, create a podcast or an audio-based mini course, just a few ideas that might work for you. So these were just a few ideas: Lavon's self-care quiz, Cynthia's Nourish Well meal planner, Elizabeth's energy reset prompt generator, the Speak Life word search game, my 7 Ways to Make Money Online interactive ebook, and the passive income audio, again, either a private podcast or an audio-based mini course, just a few tiny tool examples that I wanted to share with you. So let's do it. I'm going to show you a quick build of a tiny tool. And basically, I'm going to use a couple of things. Number one, I'm going to use my tiny tool builder. So I literally have created a custom GPT where you can answer a few questions, get a prompt, put it into Canva, and bam, you have your first build of your tiny tool. I'm going to focus on creating a 5-day mini course, and it's going to help me map out my topics, my lessons, and then I will have my interface. So I can show you the interface, not just a finished demo design, but something that actually is functional, and prove that this is something that you can do too. So that you can build yours literally this weekend, right? Those of you who have the build kit, you can start building today if you want to, right? So what I'm going to do is go over to ChatGPT, and I've got all the things here. Let me find my Tiny Tools app builder. Okay, now you go, ooh, how do you get that app builder? Well, if you get the build kit or my Tiny Tools scale kit, they include the builder, right? Some of you already have it because you already signed up for it, and some of you, if you don't have it, you can just go to Tiny Tools and click that QR code I gave you earlier. I'll give it to you later, but it's tinytools.sistasense.tech. So SISTASENSE.TECK. Excuse me, TECH. So tinytools.sistasense.tech, right? Get the build kit or the scale kit, you'll get the builder. So let's do a build. You can do a pre-build, full build. I'm going to do a quick build, okay? So it's 7:52 p.m. Let's start the build and see how long this takes me. Now, let me say this. This is not going to be the official build of the app. First, I'm just going to build my prompt, then give my prompts to Canva, then Canva will build my tool. If you've seen it before, you know, you know. If you don't, let's get started. So I'm going to click on Quick Build. All right, so literally it's already trained to ask me what type of tool I want to build. And I told you I want to do a 5-day challenge, so I'm going to just do the challenge and just jump right into it. So let's see, like a 5-day or a 7-day, who's it for? What should this challenge help them do or achieve? All right. So I basically love to do 5 days. So I want to create a 5-day challenge, and I want to call it the Make a Mini Course 5-Day Challenge. And it's for entrepreneurs who want to make a mini course. And I want to keep it simple where I'm helping them PYP pick your project and then run with it. So you can help me kind of flesh out what that would include. As far as a mini course, I'm thinking I've done mini courses in different ways. It could be like an email, text only. It could be audio every day. It could be them sitting down and recording videos, either webinar style or talking head style, and then figuring out, like, you know, once they figure out what kind of content they want to create, what they're going to talk about, then, you know, actually creating the content, and just using that 5-day period to map out the parts from start to finish. My P process is, and I do this all the time when it comes to content creation with clients, is to prep. You do planning. Planning and prepping is kind of like the first step. And then you do then produce, Once it's actually produced, then you publish it on some sort of a page, whether it be a landing page or a sales page. And once it's published, then you can promote it. And once you start promoting it, you can work on your profit potential. So that's it in a nutshell. Hopefully that gets transcribed. Sometimes dictation doesn't work. Yay! It did. It worked. Yay. So you've got a crystal clear concept. Make a mini course 5-day challenge. Summary so far: plan and prep, produce, publish, promote, profit potential. Quick challenge layout. Header, day X, short description, check boxes. Before we move to step 4, branding and your starter prompt, let's just confirm. Would you like to keep this 5-day breakdown as is? Would you like to tweak it, simplify it? This is good. Let's keep it as is. Now, in the interest of going through this process with you, I think I've been doing it for about 2-3 minutes now. I'm not going to go into crazy deep dive, but you can go back and forth with my app builder to really flesh all the parts out, right? I'm not going to go too crazy here. So, okay, we'll keep that 5-day flow. You have 3 options here as far as branding. Name it, suggest it, clarify it. You keep your name, make a mini course 5-day challenge, and give me a short description. Which do you prefer? Name it, suggest it, clarify it. Let's go with A. So it can offer suggestions if you don't know, what you want to do. But again, in the interest of time, I'm pretty solid on make a mini course 5-day challenge. And then it says here are 2 example formats. Would you like to write your own? Let's see, a 5-day action challenge that helps entrepreneurs plan, produce, and publish their first mini course from idea to income ready. In just 5 days, you'll plan your topic, create your lessons, and launch your mini course with a clear path to profit. I like both of these. Can you tell me which one you recommend? Because I don't need to write one. I'll pick one of these, but let me know which one you think is best. So I'm, as much as possible in the interest of time, trying to do just this quick build in like less than 10 minutes. But again, you can talk back and forth. Typing is one thing, but click the microphone to do dictation. It makes the process easier. If your brand voice is more coach educator, option 1, more mentor cheerleader, option 2. Which fits your tone? Honestly, I'm more coach educator, but I really like option 2. So I'm going to go with option 2. I am more of a coach educator, but I really like how option 2 sounds. So let's go with option 2. So let me see if I can finish this and get my prompt before 8 o'clock. So I've got simple branding so far: my name, my descriptions, my audience, my purpose, my framework. Next step, your starter prompt. Would you like your starter prompt to stay short and simple, or would you like to jump into expanded version? Now, if I do expanded, then I'm like, all right, let's break down all the details of what I want this thing to look like. I'm not going to do that because I need you to be on here for all day. I did say I'm going to do a quick build demo today. So I'm not going to do the details, but again, this is created so that you can either say, hey, surprise me, keep it simple, let's see what it builds for me, or you can go as deep as you want to. And guess what? You can start simple and then refine it and make it more complex as you go. So you have options. Let's keep it simple, short, simple prompt, and let's see what Canva gives me. So it's 7:59. Hopefully it will give me my prompts, and then I can It says, would you like to validate this prompt before pasting or go straight into initiate build and generate your first version? It says copy this into the Tiny Tools. So I could copy this for safekeeping. So here's my prompts. Create a lightweight challenge called make a mini course. So this is real simple. This is my starter prompt here. It's not a lot of details. It kind of is making me cringe a little bit, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm very, very detail orientated. So my body wants to go longer and make this more detailed and specific. But for you guys, I'm gonna just do a quick build, cross my fingers and toes, and see what Canva gives me. It's 8 o'clock, so let's do it. Let's copy this. Let's go over to Canva. Okay, now we're in my slide presentation. We'll come back to this. I'm going to minimize it. I'm going to go back to the home page of Canva. I am on my iPad, so what I see might look different from what you see. But I'm going to go to the home page of Canva. Then you'll notice here, let me make this bigger. You'll notice it says discover our latest launches. What you're looking for is this section right here. Your designs, templates, you want to click on Canva AI. So here you see that you have options. Don't just paste your code in yet, because what you need to do is go to code. You need to click on the code option, then paste in your prompt. Okay? I'm going to use the short one. Now, I'm going to hit enter and then time it and see how long it takes for it to create my app. 10-minute Tiny Tools, it should take under 10 minutes. It's 8:01 now. Let's hit enter and see what Canva AI gives to me. So it says, all right, let me think about it. It's 8:02 now. So I'm going to say it started at 8:02. Started the build at 8:02 because it just changed the time. Now, let's see how much I like this initial version, because again, what I like about doing detailed builds is out of the gates, I can tell it exactly what I want. But if you don't know what you want, I've been doing this for a long time, so I'm very detailed. If you don't know, keeping the build simple, and then once you see it, you can tweak it, that you have that option, okay? So I love, you can just kind of see it writing the code. It's got a little over 300 lines of code in here. 8:02, OMG, that literally took less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. So it says make a mini course 5-day challenge and plan, produce, publish, profit. And now it says loading your challenge. Canva code can now store data. Oh, really? Oh, man, this is so cool. Okay, screenshot that, okay? Access your saved data in connected sheets. Anyone you share this with can access the data in the connected sheet, even if it's not shown. This is pretty cool. All right, okay. That's me getting geeked out, excited about new things. Because the cool thing is that they're always coming up with new stuff, right? Now, when I look at this, let me see. It says 0 out of 4 days of 5 days completed loading your challenge. Okay. I see the initial build, but it says loading your challenge, and there is no information in there. I thought you would create the text content for each day, or do you need me to clarify anything to fill in that content? Let me know. So normally out of the gate, I would get something functional. In this case, because I guess it was too short, it just kind of gave me the skeleton but didn't give me the functionality. It says you're absolutely right. The content is actually already um, there in the code. It includes 5 days with specific action steps. The loading your challenge message should disappear once the DSK initializes. Let me fix the initialization. Okay, so the content is in there. I thought it was going to create the content, and it did. However, it seems to be a loading issue. And so it said it fixed the loading issue, and that didn't even take a minute to do that. Just like you would talk to ChatGPT, you talk to your AI. Yes. All right. Now it's 8:05, mind you. So it's not like I've been doing this for very long. It did out of the gates create the content, but it didn't load it. If there's a bug, if there's an issue, talk to it like you would talk to a human, like you would talk to ChatGPT, and it will help you work on your updates. So out of the gates, this is pretty cool. Let me ask it a question. Um, can we change the color of the header title to match the color of the background? And can we add a footer with the following? Tiny tool created by LaShonda Henry, sistersense.com. Hit enter. So it's 8:06. It's not like it's been forever. It literally only took a few minutes to get the initial build. I'm just doing a few little quick tweaks just to show you how you would have a conversation with the AI. And we'll work on, other builds as we do the build-a-thon, those of you who get to hang out with me this weekend. And if you're not already, if you don't already have the build kit, you can get it. So yeah, it changed the color for me. And then did it give me my footer? It did. Tiny tools created by LaShonda Henry. And then it's got my sistersense.com. Very nice, very clean. All right, so all I'm going to do is click on Use InDesign. And I'm going to click on Website. That makes it a new design. It looks weird here. Don't worry about it. All I'm going to do is hit Publish Website, right? When I hit Publish Website, I can use the free domain, but I purchased a few domains. I'm going to use one of my purchased domains, and I'm going to call this the Make a Mini Course, and then publish. So it's 8:08, and outside of me talking and doing a few little tweaks, it took less than 10 minutes to do a quick build with the app builder, and then less than 10 minutes to actually build it with Canva AI. So let's open this bad boy up. And it's clean. Out of the gates, it's clean. If I wanted to add more to it, I can. So plan. Define your mini course topic, and then choose one topic problem you want to solve. Write down your course title and click, right? It shows you going through the tracking, right? So, all right, I did day 2. Produce, outline your lessons. Publish, day 3. Day 4, let's see, out of curiosity, if anything happens when I hit all 5 days. It says 5 days completed. All right, and nothing happens. I probably would want something to happen, like confetti or congratulations or something like that, right? But then I would go in there and I would say, this is great, but let me actually show you how I would do that. So let's go. This is published, right? Every time you create a new version, you can publish it as a new version, right? I'm going to go back to my home page in Canva. I'm going to click back on Canva AI at the very top, and I'm going to go to Canva Code. When I click on Canva Code, you see here my recent chats. The one that I recently did was the Make a Mini Course. I'm going to go to that. And I'm going to say, this is great, but can we have celebration, confetti, and congratulations message when someone completes all 5 days? Also, do not change the design or data, just add this new feature. Thanks. So you may work on tweaking something and have multiple versions of it. There are times when one of the tiny tools, the ideas, the 250 tiny tool ideas, I have 161 versions of that thing. So it took me about a week to really say I'm done with tweaking it. But if you aren't careful, you may sometimes see that it will change the whole design, and you're like, no, I don't want you to do that. So the more I tweak something, I've gotten into the habit of saying, hey, like, I like this design, please don't change it, just do this one thing or that one thing. Okay, so let's see if I click on all of these, what happens. Congratulations! Yay! So you see, I was able to do a little tweak. It says, you've completed the 5-day mini course challenge. You're now ready to launch your mini course and start helping others while building your business. Amazing work. This is really cute. Now, I can leave it at this as a low ticket, but guess what? I can enhance it and make this even better. I could add audio to it. I could add more text to each day. I could add something for them to download each day. I can add a video or an audio they can listen to, or a video training they could watch. And it's no longer just, here, let me write this and put it into a PDF and give you an ebook, right? It's completely different. And I didn't really have to, other than brainstorm the idea, talk to ChatGPT, and then have Canva build it for me, I didn't have to write everything from scratch. I didn't have to, I'm a web designer, but I didn't have to design web pages or ask somebody to design web pages. This is a no-code, AI-powered application. And then the website lives in Canva, right? Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Let me know your thoughts on that. That was pretty much a 20-minute quick build. Let's go back into our presentation, but if you have any questions about that, let me know. There are obviously more nuances to building that I could share with you, but in the interest of time, I'm going to leave it there because, like I said, a quick build tonight, okay? We will do a 2-day build this weekend, and then I'm going to do a 3-day in-person here in North Carolina. The next one is coming up in January. Definitely feel free to check in with me if any of those are of interest to you. But let's get back into presentation mode. Okay, where did we leave off? We left off with the quick build project, right? So I did what I said I was going to do, right, in about 20 minutes. Showed you how I used my Tiny Tools custom GPT that I lovingly trained so that you don't have to do the hard work. You don't have to write a prompt. You just tell it the kind of tool you want to create based on the 10 types of tools that I've defined. It will help you brainstorm. If you don't have any ideas, it will help suggest ideas to you. It will literally hold your hand so that you can build your prompt, give that prompt to Canva or another AI tool builder. There are other ones. We're not going to go through a laundry list. I'm not trying to overload you. Most of us got Canva, so work with Canva to start, okay? And then I showed you how I came up with my idea and literally built it. Then I even said to you, I can go back in there and make more versions of it, like more details to kind of really build it out. That first 10, 20 minutes was just the first version. And you can see you sit there, you read it, you tweak it, you refine it, but at least you have something that's completed that you can build on, right? As I like to say, build on what you've already built. So Tiny Tool Build-a-thons. The next one is 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, coming up literally this weekend. Get the Tiny Tool Build Kit, and it'll give you access to that, or MLK Weekend, my in-person here in the lovely Greenville, North Carolina. And all those details are literally online over at the Tiny Tools page. I'll tell you the link to that in just a second if you haven't already gone there. But this is an opportunity for you to build your first or your next Tiny Tool step by step. I'm going to work on sharing these build-a-thons on a regular basis so that you get better at creating these. And there are just different types. I mean, there are 10 types of tool categories that I've created, but the ideas and the opportunities are endless. So we're going to be working on creating simple, moderate, and complex tools as a part of my Tiny to Titan Academy, so that over the next 12 months, I'm really helping you with your AI mastery. The AI money model is the framework, but getting better at creating these tools and creating those offers that I talked about, the 10-10 win method, that's what I'm going to be working on with you guys over the course of the next year, right, as part of my Tiny to Titan community, those of you who decide to join the Tiny to Titan Academy. So definitely take a look at the build kit and the academy so that you have an opportunity to walk away with at least one finished project. So if you need clarity, I do have a series of prompts that can help you get clear about your business. I call it the $1 Million Clarity Code. And all of these resources, if you scan that QR code, it'll take you over to tinytools.sistasense.tech, SISTASENSE.com. Well, that's the main website. Sistasense, SISTASENSE.tech. That is the tech website. So tinytools.sistasense.tech. You'll learn about the clarity code. If you're trying to get clear in your overarching business, that resource is there for you. If you'd like to schedule a one-on-one clarity call with me, you can do so. There is a clarity call. I've opened up spots for 15-minute complimentary clarity call sessions this week if you want to grab one of those. If you want to join us in the Tiny to Titan Academy so that you can work on your AI mastery over the course of next year. We literally start this month. The Academy enrollment is now open. And if you missed my in-person event that I had a few weeks ago, the next one is MLK Weekend in January. Come out, work with me so that you can participate in these in-person experiences in addition to the virtual ones that I've put together for you. All righty. So thank you so much for joining today's AI Money Model Mastery Mastermind. My goal was to help you get clear about what you can put out there as far as these new digital products, interactive AI-powered web apps and tools. Hopefully you've got some idea, inspiration, and information that can take you forward so that you are excited about working on platforms that you probably already have. Like, I know that you all are using platforms like Canva and ChatGPT. I want you to take things up a notch and use them more strategically to help you strategically create interactive digital products from start to finish, number one, and then learn how to gradually scale your business using my Path to Profit 10-10 Win method, number two. Alrighty, my dears, that's it for today. As always, definitely feel free to check in with me. You can email me, LaShonda or lhenry@sistasense.com. You can check out the website, tinytools.sistasense.tech, to learn more about those resources and events that are literally happening right now. Schedule one-on-one sessions with me or join us in the community, our Firestarter Circle Facebook group. All the resources are here ready and waiting for you. As always, now's the time to go forth and create your amazing. Till next time, take care. Mwah. Bye.